Hi everyone, this is my overview presentation of everything I have learned in technology for all students. If you would like some further information after looking at this presentation, you can feel free to look at my blog. Before I started this class, I used technology for parent communication, email, newsletters, curriculum, and sending photos to parents about the child's day. My biggest idea I took from this class was learning the apps and how to use technology for better parent communication. I also used technology to look up YouTube videos for the students to dance to. Before I started this class, I never thought about making a blog to share with other educators or parents. I had no idea how technology fit into an early childhood or elementary classroom. Now, I believe students can have a balance of play in the classroom and exploring with technology. Wow, technology has changed throughout the decades. I used a desktop with a floppy disk instead of an iPad. For phones, there were no cell phones. We used payphones or phones with cords on them. There was no Netflix. We used to watch videos on VCR. There were also no iPods back then, so music was on cassette tape and then graduated to CD. I currently teach toddlers and preschool at the Jewish Community Center in Marblehead. I did not see how technology fits into the early childhood classroom. I see how technology is important to communicate with parents. Parent communication is the #1 priority. I did my model classroom about kindergarten age, as that is the age I dream of teaching someday. My dream classroom for kindergarten age would be using the smartboard and using iPads in the classroom for the students to own their own learning. My apps I use in the classroom need to meet the interest of each student and each individual needs. This is an example of different apps that educators can use in the digital learning farm. A favorite quote by Alan November is, "It is possible that the structures of the school as we know it has underestimated students' willingness to own more of their learning." I learned about the student as the tutorial designer. My teaching philosophy in this tutorial is that it is important for the children to experience what they are learning. In agreement with Alan November, in order to have a substantial learning experience, they must be willing to do the work to teach each other and demonstrate to the teacher what they have learned. Teachers can make videos for the student to teach a skill they have learned, such as hopping on one foot, as a way to document in portfolios or show parents. A teacher can use the iPad video or phone video InShot or VoiceThread app to record your voice. Here are the links to the VoiceThread app and the InShot app for future reference. Students can be a global citizen in the classroom. I agree with Alan November when he says any classroom can be organized to be a global communication center, as we can design more rigorous and motivating assignments that engage our students to collaborate globally and with a purpose. I learned to use the Radio Garden app and Skype to teach students about where different countries are located, as well as songs of various cultures, as a way to accept each other's differences in society. Overall, parent communication is key. Classroom assessment and communication are important to let parents know what is going on in the classroom. Assessment is showing the students' progress with their developmental milestones and academic skills of what they have learned. Parents and teachers need to work together and have open conversations and be partners to meet the needs of the individual child. I explored Seesaw, Remind, and ClassDojo apps in this class. There are many apps out there that use communication with parents with using assessment, such as the Dojo, Messenger, Blooms, Parent Square, Seesaw, which is one of my favorites, Blub, Weebly, Sesame, FlashGrade, Remind, which I explored with my practical apps that you can look further in my blog. The world is advancing with technology, and I can see how future students will be using technology in the classroom. I learned many aspects of the components of an education blog on teacher topics. I look forward to learning more from other educator blogs in the future. Even the toddlers are following Alan November's philosophy of owning the learning when exploring by being researchers through play, even without technology. This class was important for me as a teacher to learn how technology is growing in our society and how it can be used in the classroom. I learned shortcuts of how to use technology in documents and have many ideas of various apps in my class blog, such as Parents Communications and Classroom Management. I also learned about teacher management apps that I can use to try to stay organized in my own personal life. I made an educator blog for my teaching ideas. The children are surrounded by technology and learn to use it automatically every day.